Thank you. How are you, Mr. Ting Ting?
Welcome. Fine. Thank you. I'm okay.
And today was not the day that we should talk about the deportation, but we make it because of the deportation was the surprise to the Gambian people. And who to blame in this case?
Well, it's a good question who to blame in this case. I mean, it is obvious that the Gambian Immigration Department first denied to take anyone and let go down anyone from that plane. So they tried, at least, and this is something I have to point out, they tried to restrict that plane from coming in, which was basically impossible because the plane came empty here with empty fuel tanks, so they could not deny the landing. But I think they've been not only caught by surprise. It was obvious that the plane used a wrong flight number again. That was the main reason for the immigration department to say, no, we did not know about this, so we deny in first place. Whatever happened after, I think, who to blame? Yeah, I blame first the German government because they sent the plane and they paid for it.
Okay, some of them were talking in the school, some of them were talking in their house. What can you say about that, and why they were handcuffed?
Well, this is a thing that is long known, that German police, and they are always doing it like this. They are always very brutal on our people. Not only that they've been taken from schools and homes and been handcuffed, they also took at least one Gambian that was heavily injured days before. They just took him from the hospital directly to the plane. But as far as I heard already, he is in a good condition now, more or less good condition, and been taken to a private hospital here. That was because of an initiative from German activists.
Okay.
Yes.
I was at the Facebook live show today at Gambians Talent Show, and then I was watching it for the whole time. What I see is like they were not accepting the plane for 2 hours. They've been sitting inside there, and the press wanted to make some interview, ask them some question, but the police couldn't let them get in. They secured the whole place. And why that?
I saw it too, the interview by Gambian Talents TV. Very, very great work. Great work. I have to point out that that journalists, they are working for this. My highest respect to them, because they did an amazing job and broadcasted all what happened to the world. And yes, we all been witness of this. We all saw what the police been doing there. That was definitely not good, because the media should have the right to report about anything, if you understand what I mean. The media should not be denied the access. That was definitely a mistake. But I think the police been not instructed well for whatever happened there, because according to what I mentioned before, no one was aware of this flight coming. The flight was declared as a flight from Frankfurt in Germany to Palma de Mallorca in Spain. But it never went there. It was flying directly to Badjie, so no one knew why the German government again covered this flight. You understand?
And the Gambian people were very angry about the CID reaction to the airport. So what do you think it will lead in?
Naya, more than 3,000-4,000 people been watching this live, so I think there's not much to say about it. It was definitely a mistake, and I think the government will make a statement. And there was a phone call from someone, I don't know. And also he said that the European Union will have a press conference on what happened here.
On Wednesday?
I think so.
Yeah, Wednesday.
I'm not very informed. You know, I just came from another interview and another conference about this, because normally it was not my day-to-day for being involved in anything. I was even surprised when I discovered it on the internet. Well, they did mistakes, but the mistakes been done because of leak of there was no instruction for them, so they did not know how to react. I think that is one part. And Of course, it was an airport, an active airport. There have been also other planes coming and departing, so you could not risk something major to happen. And well, as I said, I blame the German government more than this, because one guy, as I remember in the video been mentioning, that they told him that your government signed for you, that's why we have to deport you now. Well, I don't know, I did not see any of those things. Might be possible, not but well, why then Germany had to cover up this flight? Why then they don't make it official and said, here are your guys coming? No, but they've been hiding it, and so no one was prepared at the airport. Just the media been there.
And Mr. Cisse, since the deporters and some of our Gambian brothers been arrived here, they give each and every one of them $200 like, and some of them are living far away from here, and they have to pay their taxes to their house, and it is. And what can you give a suggestion about that?
Well, I don't know who sponsored those $200 here. I know that last time it was more, I think.
Last time it was €50 each and every one of them.
Yeah. Okay. So well, then I think this money is provided by Germany. So maybe Germany did not want to give more this time, because you cannot send people back to the Gambia and say, oh, and Gambia is now paying their transport. I, from the first place, blame the German government still for this, what is happening here. Because how should a small, weak, and let us also say poor third world country like the Gambia, how should they deny something from a very powerful, one of the most powerful nations in the world like Germany? This is almost impossible. Even if they would have said no, then Germany would have just laughed and said, "What? We don't care. You will have to take your people. Finish." So, and I think that is also the reason why there was not enough money for them, because they give nothing. And what I mentioned today, or what I saw today, that the plane, instead last time the plane stayed here, and all those German police security officers went to one of our hotels. Today they've been just dodging away fast. As I heard, 3 police officers for each and every deportee, and they all fly back immediately. So they had to hide something.
Okay, Mr. Cisse, so what are your plans? What you will do right now? Like, your plans. We want to know a little bit about it.
My plans? Well, yeah, I know that the situation is getting worse now, and here in the Gambia I cannot do much, because I said the origin is not really in the Gambia. Of course, both governments have to go back and discuss that issue again, because now the whole world saw what is happening here. I think it will come up. But for me personally, because of what happened today here in the Gambia, I will return to Germany and try to, at least for some months, I will try to solve the problem, or at least find some solutions in Germany, because I think the origin of all this is still in Germany. And even if Gambia signed something, but the more powerful nation has to react, and the nation that is arresting the people has to react, because if Germany don't arrest anyone, then they will also not deport anyone. So, and I think I'm in some strong networks and groups of activists, and we will now work together. I will return to Germany because of this, and try to work directly at the source of this issue. That's what I plan to do, and as fast as possible.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.